Welcome to C10 Talk, your C10 Truck podcast. Here's your host, Ronnie Welch.
All right. How about another bonus? Can you have a bonus on top of a bonus? I got a little mix going here, a little cheers bonus on top of a bonus. Here we go. So we had the Barrett bonus, and you guys are loving that. A little Big Fish, a little Mike, a little Hoagie, and, hopefully you guys are digging it. It seems like you guys are. The comments and the stuff coming back. Obviously, Big Fish, there goes my phone. Obviously, Big Fish did a hilarious job, or Channing, of making that post, and that post went around like wildfire. Nobody listens to C10 Talk. Prove it, which was pretty funny and comical. And then Terry, Act the Foo, got a hold of it, and Mark, and they even changed it up a little bit more. So hopefully you guys are digging that Barrett episode. It looks like you are. Fun to kind of, find out what these trucks are going for. I've been posting it. I got a couple more to go on the top 10, bottom 10, best value, whatever. So we're going to sit down a little bit with Jason Nichols from Nichols Paint and Fab, and a.k.a. Wrench'd, hit show over there on the Velocity, now a.k.a. MotorTrend. MotorTrend is now all of it, right? So MotorTrend TV. Season 2, Wrench'd. So we're going to sit down with Justin and talk a little bit about the show. Season 2 coming up February 6th, again on the MotorTrend TV. MotorTrend TV. Find it, cable, wherever you watch it, MotorTrend. In the meantime, C10Nation.com. You have like 4 days left. January 31st is going to be the last day to vote for the C10 Truck of the Year 2018. C10 Truck of the Year 2018, top 10 C10. They're all there online. It is a close one. I'm telling you, you've got a close-ass race. We'll see who wins. I'll announce it February 1st, social media, and maybe I'll even get a chance to talk to the winner and see what they think. So I'm working with Scott and Anthony over at GSI, trying to put together an amazing, just one-of-a-kind award that we can give the winner of the C10 Truck of the Year. Every year we can do this. We're already starting to, the panel of 10, hey, start looking, start watching. What was your favorite from SEMA? What trucks are we looking at for the C10 of the Year 2019? So we're already in the works on that, but hopefully we can get this going with GSI, Scott, Anthony, and create an amazing award for this winner. So that's the goal. What else we got here? So, how about hot off the presses? How about hot off the presses? I just got my street trucks, just came in the mail today. Damn, son, thing is jam-packed, jelly tight. All right. That thing is loaded. I tell you what, SBS, Joe Yezi on the cover, and, SSO2. So those fellas, shout out to them. You got a little Mr. Quintessential, Chevy Only Dino, and the Get Down getting some love. Our boy C10 Fireshot, Oscar, getting some love in there. That was his Killer 62 from SEMA 2017. So a lot of love in the street trucks that just came out. And the C10 Builders Guide will be out in March is what I've been told too. So if you don't subscribe, you need to. All you got to do is subscribe to one. You essentially get the other one for free. So hit them up. It's like, I think it's Engaged Media Mag. What else do I got? How about a little Eastbound and Down to the Throwdown? So we will be doing the Eastbound and Down to the Throwdown again. We're going to meet in Phoenix. And everybody wants to roll out. We're going to leave on Wednesday, February 20th, and then what we do is we're going to push hard. We're going to make it as far as we can on Wednesday, and then we will continue eastbound and down, and we'll drive Wednesday, Thursday, and then get into Conroe and hang out Thursday night, and then Friday we'll be at the Throwdown, Saturday we'll be at the Throwdown, and then Sunday as well, load up Sunday night, and then start making the trek back towards Phoenix. So last year we hooked up, we went over to San Antonio, and then we worked our way out of there. So But Eastbound and Down to the Throwdown 2019, we will be cruising out to Lone Star Throwdown. We're leaving Wednesday the 20th in the morning, and then rolling 20th, 21st, and then get there, and we'll probably get to Conroe late 21st, hang out 22nd, 23rd, and leave back out on the 24th. So if you're interested, It's, well, I mean, you're leaving on Wednesday, you get back Monday night. So it's almost a week-long journey, 2,500 miles of driving. Yellowstone will be making the trek because I have installed the 4L80 overdrive transmission and the Holley Terminator and the GC cooling radiator, and I need to see what that thing can do. So I need to get it put back together, shake it down, and see what kind of fuel mileage, performance, and change we have. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I've got the 4L80 in there. I've got the Holley Performance Terminator, which is going to essentially make my 454 kind of a throttle body style fuel-injected motor. We'll see what that does. And the GC cooling radiator. So, Yellowstone didn't get that hot, but she sure did suck down the fuel. So I'm hoping it got about little high 7s. So I'd like to shoot for mid-10s, see how she does. So eastbound and down to the Throwdown. We're going to leave Phoenix Wednesday the 20th. We've been meeting up the last few years at 6 a.m. at, the Loves over there in South Chandler off the I-10. And then we'll drive all day Wednesday, Thursday, and get into Conroe. So if you're interested, eastbound and down, Throwdown, give me an email, Ronnie@C10Talk, Ronnie@C10Talk.com, or you can DM me and go from there. Bottom line is, in the years past, I've put together like hotels and stuff like that. It's a free-for-all. We're just gonna do it and see where we go and where we end up, because managing it was probably not the funnest thing, but I just have been so busy with the house and some other stuff, so it hasn't been something that I've had a lot of time to get after. So either way, eastbound on the Throwdown, LST, Lone Star Throwdown 2019, we'll be doing it. All right. What else do I have here? Wrench'd February 6th. Oh, our boy Jason, Soup C10. That's the brown bagger. Jason won the C10 Triple Crown, where we went to Brothers, then we went to Dino's, and, well, in sequential order, Brothers in June, July, and then you've got C10s in the park in September in Texas, Waxahachie, and then back to Dino's Get Down. And he won the Triple Crown. Well, if you've listened to any of the interviews I've ever done with him, he has talked about he had an addiction to painkillers. And this Thursday, so let's see here, this will drop, let's say Tuesday or Wednesday. But this Thursday is his 2-year anniversary from being painkiller free. And one thing he has expressed to me is not only the love and support of you, the C10 Nation, and his build, but, just him cranking on the trucks, and that kind of keeps him out of trouble. That and Gonzo, who is his guardian angel. But Soup C10, Jason, love you, man, and stay strong out there. We love to hear that you're clean 2 years, and we know that there's not just Jason out there. So for all you guys, the struggle is real. As a paramedic, I see it daily, and my hat's off to all of you, each and every one of you, staying clean, staying sober, and hopefully the podcast, the trucks, keep the motivation going, and we're honored to do it. So I think that's all that I got for you right now. I will have Paul Hitch out. I just actually talked to Paul again today. I am absolutely enjoying the time with this amazing man. Paul, to refresh your memory, is 101 years old. He'll be 102 years old on March 2nd, I believe. And he was the chief engineer from like 65 to 76 for General Motors Chevrolet trucks. So I have the recording. I've actually now since gotten some more recordings with him. So I'm just putting them all together, and I'll have that out. Let's shoot for next week. Hopefully next week. I just want it to be a really good episode. So in the meantime, a little coverage with Justin from Wrench'd. And here you go. A little bonus episode. Have a great week. Please share the pod, like the pod, rate the pod. You know the deal. Support those that support us. And I'll be back next week. All right, guys. Late. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. January 31st is the last day to vote. C10 of the year. Top 10 C10. They're all there. Good luck, guys. All right. Have a great week. Late. Hey, guys. I've got Travis from AZ Pro Performance on today. Travis, what's the latest?
Just been running and gunning, trying to hit all the shows.
You guys go to a ton of shows. Are you really able to connect with the C10 Nation that way?
Yes, absolutely. That's actually the best way for us to connect to our customers face-to-face and really get some good feedback on the products we sell. more importantly, it gives us some good insight on what they want us to carry and add to our product lineup.
Last time I was at the shop, you guys had just kind of unveiled the whole chopping block series. What's new?
So what we've added is Dirty Dingo, which is a lot of your LS swap components, front accessory drives, motor mounts. Clayton Machine Works for a lot of your interior trim, pedal assemblies, valve covers, and then, of course, Curry Enterprises for your 9-inch Ford needs.
What's the best way for the C10 Nation to get a hold of you?
Our website, azproperformance.com, and also Instagram and Facebook.
Perfect. azproperformance.com. Thanks, Travis.
Thanks, Ronnie.
C10 Nation, what's stopping you? Well, CPP has you covered. They offer multiple different options to make the disc brake conversion as easy as possible on both you and your wallet. And I am so stoked to announce they are giving our listeners 10% off your total order. 10%. Damn, son. From stock height conversions to their Big Brake Grand Slam kit. This kit includes their famous modular spindle, a 13-inch rotor, and twin piston calipers. How's your altitude? You need to get a little lower? CPP has you covered there too. They offer a wide variety of drop kits for you to choose from. Have you seen their late model power steering boxes for C10s? Their 500 series power steering boxes are 100% brand new units inside and out. It's the best on the market today, and it's a direct bolt-on to 1967 through 87 C10 truck frames. Guys, take advantage of this 10% savings now. Head over to classicperform.com, that's classicperform.com, and use special code C10TALK. That's C10TALK to save big today. All right, C10 Nation. Another little bonus show, kicking it up, kicking it out with none other than Wrench'd, MotorTrend's hot TV show, truck show for us. Justin Nichols, Nichols Paint and Fab, and you're back for season 2, brother.
That's right, man. Yeah, we're at it again.
Yeah, so what's going on over there at Watseka? I remember that from last year we talked over there, that little town in Illinois. You guys are kind of the hit of what's going on over there.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the sticks, man. We're cornfields and grain bins as far as the eye can see.
Do the people love it? Is it kind of crazy now that you guys are somewhat famous in town?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. We can't even go to Walmart. You know, you might as well add an hour. It's either pictures or talking about the show, and everybody's always asking, where's season 2? What's coming out? What's going on? What are you building now? So it's cool, and I have to be honest, it's overwhelming at times, but the feedback and what we get from people watching the show is amazing. I mean, you get your haters here and there, but what the haters don't understand is it's real life. You know, we're actually a running shop that depends on the work that comes in the door, and we still have deadlines with the TV, so we have to meet all that stuff and make everybody happy. So, but the positivity from everybody and everybody loving the show and what we're doing, it's great, man. It couldn't be any better.
Well, just like today, you and I talked. We've been talking a little bit, emails back and forth. You were in town for Barrett, and I'm like, oh, man, I wonder if he's got time tonight. And I reach back out. It's 7 o'clock Phoenix time, which, I don't know, it's at least 8 or 9 back in Illinois. And you're like, dude, we're still here. We're grinding. That's what we do.
Yeah, we've been putting about 18 hours a day, and right now we're finishing up the last build for season 2, which is a really high-end, kind of insane amount of work for the deadline. But, the team here is awesome, and we're actually going to unveil this thing in Detroit and compete with it and see how we do. I mean, this is probably the high-end, I don't know, probably the nicest car that we've done. We've done tons of trucks, but this thing is, man, it's laser straight, LS3, velocity stacks, it's custom chops. We even shortened the car. Can't tell you what it is yet, but it's going to be crazy.
What else can you tell us about season 2?
Well, I actually finally got to race street slide. So we took the 60 C10 that we did in season 1, and it was snowing here when we got it done. So I did a half-mile race with it. You're going to see that in the first episode, I believe. So the first 2 episodes are a drag car that we build. We built a drag car with we back halved it and put some big wheels on it and a big tire car, supercharged small block. Thing hauls ass. It's a fun car for sure. So it's that car. We're going to race the C10. We even raced some go-karts around town. It was fun, man.
Now, what about Pikes Peak? That was something you guys were, looking forward to as well with the Sublime.
Yeah, well, I kind of hurt the motor, so I gotta fix that. But Pikes Peak is still in the future. I'm hoping for season 3 to go to Pikes Peak with it. We're just thrashing so hard, and with all the calls and everything and work that we got coming in, it's hard to work on my own stuff. But that's still a goal for the truck, and I will do it one day.
Well, it's really rad if you think about it. Season 2, you're wrapping up. I know when we talked, you weren't sure if there was going to be a season 2, kicking ass in season 1. You come back, you're already done with season 2 pretty much. I mean, we're going to start to see it now come out to our world, but for you guys and to anticipate, hey, season 3, we need to get Sublime out. We need to get up Pikes Peak. Things are really, again, this is why I love doing this, is you guys, your team, Megan, Nick, Greg, you guys are working your asses off, 18-hour days. So it's one of those things where the hard work, the fruits of your labor, it pays off, and that's really what it's all about.
Exactly. We obviously got to get paid and keep the lights on, but to get the reaction from now a huge number of people, that it really makes it worth it. When you take something to a show and you can talk to somebody there and they can see what you've done without telling them, and then they're scratching their head on a few things, and it's just nice to interact with people. So it's awesome to get the builds out there into the public and let them see what we can do. And like I said, it's an everyday shop, so all of us are here busting ass, getting it done.
So we first met you SEMA 17 at the Matrix booth. Then SEMA 18, you brought the black truck, kind of a different speed for you guys.
Yeah, we're not scared of anything, to be honest. Last year we thrashed on that Street Slam, the 60C10. We got that thing done for SEMA, and I was like, man, that was a lot of work, and didn't think it was going to happen. So SEMA 18 decided to do 2 builds. So we did, that black C10, and then we did some work to it, and then we did a motorcycle that was also in Matrix.
Yeah, that thing was killer.
Too. Thank you.
How do you balance the difference between the baggers? I feel like you love the baggers. Like, that's your go-to. That's where, when you send me pictures, when I see what you do, when we kind of talk, that to me is, or at least portrayed, that's your absolute total passion, because I can see the detail. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from the C10s that I've seen you do, high-end stuff, but I can see the detail in your bikes.
And you're probably right. My heart's always in the hot rods, but as a business and the hot rods, it's hard to make money with doing hot rods. But I do have to say I've been into bikes for quite a long time, and that's what I basically started out with, is building bikes, painting bikes. And so, yeah, I mean, you're right in the aspect of putting the heart and details and everything into a bike. That's where it's at for me, to be honest. But we do everything, though,
Yeah, so the black C10's coming back into the shop for season 2 a little bit?
Yep, you'll see us, we upgrade the air ride on that. We get rid of the old clunky technology that really, I mean, it all comes down to what the customer can afford, and he had to go the cheap route. So we get rid of that, and there may or may not be like an office space scene with the parts that we pull off of that truck and replace it with the new AccuAir stuff. So remember the printer scene?
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
That'll be something to look forward to. When does season 2 premiere, so we can make sure that we set the recorders and get ready for this?
February 6th is the premiere, so it's like 8, 9 Central. So February 6th is the first episode, and there's 6 episodes, and it's this season is a lot more entertaining. I mean, season 1, we were all trying to scramble and figure out how it was done, and by the time we even got a clue of what to do, it was over. So with season 2, or the personalities come out, we actually have fun, and we do what we do, and we're kind of how we are in season 2. So it's gonna be a lot better.
Are you guys a little upbeat about that? Because I mean, I think if you go into season 1 and you're like, hey, it was successful and we weren't really being us, I mean, that's kind of cool, right? I mean, unless being us isn't what people want to see. And I think even at times I could tell you and I talk a little bit and I'd be like, hey, you guys need to loosen up a little bit. And you're like, yeah, I know. We're just trying to get these trucks done or get these builds done.
It was super stressful, man. I mean, like I said, the deadlines are real, and it was horrible trying to figure it all out and try and do that and get parts. And, so it was very hard to, I mean, we're not actors, so we're just doing what we do. So if I'm stressed out, it's going to show. And people were, still like, man, I love that it's just a down-to-earth show and you guys are building. The thing that I did get feedback of what they want more of is, showing fabrication and showing actually what you're doing. Well, season 1 was kind of, film crew here and there and switched it up a couple times. But season 2, we got an awesome showrunner. He's probably like 20 miles from you out there in Arizona. But he knows cars. He knows bikes. He's here. He just pops in when he needs to get stuff. Super easy. And it went smooth and couldn't be happier. And it really shows. And we show start to finish on pretty much everything that you're going to see on the show. So
good. What a difference. Season 1, essentially, when we met you at SEMA 17, and then we see you at SEMA 18, and you guys are kissing babies and, signing autographs. And then at Barrett, you guys were signing autographs. So what I mean, it's crazy. 1 year later, things are really starting to unfold for you guys.
It is. It's great. And I'm super grateful for everything that's coming, our way. And at the same time, it's stressful too, because I need to be working. I'm not the shop owner that wears bedazzled jeans and rings and V-neck shirts. I don't know who that would be, but I actually
you do have
work,
a beard.
So I need to be
have a beard.
I got a beard. Yeah. but no, I need to be working. So it's a double-edged sword. I love being out there, and I love meeting and greeting and signing and do all that stuff, and that's not going to stop. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, this is falling behind. I need to do this, need to do that. And Megan and I went to Bear Jackson. Well, everybody else was staying back and working on the SEMA build or the Detroit build. So yeah, it's frustrating, but no, we're getting through it, and it's awesome, man.
Yeah, you're getting pulled in more than one direction, and that's what happens when you are a superstar. And I mean that kind of jokingly, but when you're kicking ass and people want every little bit they can of Justin and Nick and I could see. Now what I would suggest is maybe for season 3, maybe see if you can get Nick to put some bedazzled jeans on, a nice V-neck, and then maybe pull that hair back, and then maybe some big jewelry, and then see how that goes. I think he could pull it off.
Maybe a man bun and like a front bun too with his beard.
Dude, who's going to tell him that he looks like an idiot? Nobody. I'm not going to tell him.
Well, somebody might on Facebook, but in person, no.
Yeah, those keyboard warriors are pretty brutal. But, well, good. Okay, so for the audience, Velocity is now MotorTrend, MotorTrend TV, Wrench'd, Season 2, Nichols Paint and Fab, Justin, Nick, Megan, Greg, the crew. You guys are back. And we've got 6 shows. So, it's awesome. February 6th, we're going to premiere, and you're going to send me something to remind me. I'm going to set the recorder. I distinctly remember doing the exact same thing last year, sitting down and watching the seasons and sitting down and watching the premiere. And I think I talked to you, and you were, ecstatic at not only the town and what the town did for you guys, but what the reports came back that, it was a hit. And obviously by picking up season 2, it is a hit.
Yeah, it's great. And the state of Illinois is going to be at the premiere party, and they're going to present me with something. I'm not even sure what it is, but they're super happy that we're in Illinois, and it's all good, man. I think it's good for the whole community, and the shop as well. So it's all good.
I'd say they'd probably give you the key to Watsika, but I don't even think you need a key, right? It's one of those towns where everybody probably doesn't lock much up, and kind of a small town deal. And they're like, oh, there goes Justin. He's the mayor and he's the grand marshal of town.
I'm usually the punk kid doing burnouts through town, yeah.
So if you get pulled over, if you're doing a burnout or you're racing go-karts or something like that, do you get in trouble, or do the cops, give you kind of a pass?
They gave us an escort, so it's all good.
Yeah, they give you an escort as long as you stay within probably the limits, right? Unless you do something outside of the limits, then you might get your ass in a little bit of trouble.
Right, then it'd be a totally different story, but I got pulled over in Arizona when I was at Barrett Jackson, though. That was fun.
You didn't tell me that. Riding the bagger or what?
No, I was actually on the way back to the hotel from the gala party.
What the hell? What happened? They thought you were swerving a little bit, or what?
Well, I was borrowing my buddy's truck that lives out there, the one that's the showrunner for the show, and it's a Toyota Tacoma, so, mini truck, and kind of looked like trouble. So they pulled me over. They said I was doing 12 miles an hour over, and we did the GPS thing, and I was only doing 4. So
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, those Scottsdale cops can be brutal. Usually Arizona, we try to 8 miles over, you're pretty much golden. If you go over that, they might nail you. I can only assume in Scottsdale that weekend or that week, they probably make a lot of money pulling people over, not only on DUIs and just things like that, but a lot of out-of-towners coming into town. Either way, you made it. You had fun. That's what's always cool. You were signing autographs. February 6th, Wrench'd, set your recorder. Justin and the crew's back. There's some C10 love in there. The green Sublime, the 60. The black truck's back.
And we actually sold that thing at SEMA.
Oh, you did? Somebody bought it?
Yeah, we sold it at SEMA.
So the next guy's going to bring it back and have some Acura done.
Yeah, actually, he turns out he's from Peoria, which is like 2 hours away. So we're already building a 32 Roadster for him now. So it turned into something good.
Cool. Awesome. So if you guys like C10s, I know you do, you're listening to this. If you like bikes, baggers, and cool dudes, and Megan, then tune in to Wrench'd MotorTrend. Thanks, Justin.
Right on. Thank you.
Okay, bro. Have a good night.